Sorcerer of death construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning.
I'm just always dancing to that intro music. Still dancing. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Shaman Sundays. I am your host. I think Brandon Cooper. I'm not sure. As you can see, I am coming to you live from a dungeon in an undisclosed location. This is the dungeon of, I don't know, let's call it the dungeon of despair and hope at the same time, because you never know what you're going to get when you get down here. Oh, how is everybody? I hope your week was going good. I'm just going to chit chat while people continue coming in. There's Ricky. Ricky, hey, I found that the Ricky Don't Leave Me. And look beside me, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing co-host, host,
Hello.
host, and host. I don't like co-host. We're equal in this endeavor, so we're trying a new thing. We're doing doing this together with Lynn, Bast. Those of you who have seen the show, you know her and you love her. She is a. Would you like to introduce yourself to those who do not know who you are?
I can. I am a psychic medium. I am with the Horn Paranormal. I'm also an intuitive artist, and what I do is I do paint pouring with acrylic. And I'm also a author of 10 paranormal fantasies.
Like raunchy, like your mama's books, like them
Yes.
raunchy, like them Danielle Steele's with some ghosts in it, right?
Well, these are a little bit better.
It's the only one
More
I can
adult.
remember because my mom would read all the Danielle Steele's while she was on a church trip, and I'm like, what? Okay.
Oh, well.
Anyway, listen, guys, we have amazing, like I can't believe I got such talent to even come on our little show. But I'm super excited, a little nervous. I'm so happy to have Lynn writing co-pilot with me because this is huge, y'all. For at least for this old Southern boy. So let's kind of read a little bit about our guests and introduce them, and then we're gonna knock it out of the park. It's gonna be fun. And maybe I should put TVMA up somewhere because it's fucking on, y'all. So would you like to start off with do you have your thing pulled up? I'm all out of it because I am on the road and I'm in a dungeon and they let me out for just a little bit. Check it out. Hey, our Haunted Lives is gonna be on.
That was a sneak preview.
Sneak preview.
I am looking for the pictures.
And that's okay. So I will talk about a little bit about David. So I'm reading from his bio. He has quite an extensive bio because he's just that friggin' cool. David has been affected by the paranormal since being a child. He used to see his grandmother in and around his childhood home. Isn't that the greatest picture in the world? David was also able to see people's auras, which he would call people's rainbows. David moved away from the paranormal during his high school and college years, eventually returning to the paranormal when he moved to the Pacific Northwest and was able to investigate many locations. David started Our Haunted Lives in 2020, and Christy, blah. Sorry about that, Christy. Mess up names. What do you expect from an old jarhead? I mean, my God. We eat crayons, Christy. Crayons. So she joined soon after. Together, they have forged a partnership that has led them to being the number one. This is what I'm talking about, big people. The number one talk show on Paraflix, and has allowed them to investigate some of the most notable haunted locations in America. Would you like to read a little bit of Christie's? Do you have hers up?
I will take Christy.
Because they're both amazing.
So
Right.
Christy's been an intuitive most of her life, coming in contact with her first female entity at the age of 5 at her grandmother's house in Stephenville, Texas. Growing up in a very strict Baptist household, it wasn't until adulthood that she was able to understand her gifts. Christy has been active in the paranormal world for over 10 years. She has been very fortunate to meet and work with some amazing people throughout the years. She is a crew member of Chad Morin's Ghost Hunt Weekends and has worked with the amazing Wraith Chasers over the past few years. In 2020, she joined forces with David Taylor's Our Haunted Lives as lead investigator and talk show host. Chrissy is also currently furthering her studies in psychic mediumship, witchcraft, vampirism, and Nordic practices under the direction of Patty Negri, Father Sebastian, and Kedrick Olson at University Magicus. And that is Christy.
I'm so super excited. But before we bring our special guests on, I do need to take a second to give a shout out to one person that is in the comments, Carol Garcia. So glad to see you back on. I hope that your physical ailments have gotten better. Anytime I meditate and pray or light the sage, I say a little something for you. So I'm so glad to see you back participating. And that's why I love my tribe. I try to take care of my tribe. So with that being said, let's bring up our guests. We will bring up David and Christy. I got your name right.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
Oh, I'm so super excited to have you guys
I'm super excited to be
I know.
here.
No.
You know,
Christy,
I was bebopping too to your entrance music.
I know.
Because I love Black Sabbath. I love Ozzy, and I'm a huge fan of Randy Rhoads, which was the guitar player for Ozzy Osbourne, and we share the same birthday, so I know we're like soul. Yeah.
Right.
But I was jamming to that, and I was like, "Oh, it stopped."
Wow. It's good. Good cover. Kind of reminded me of Chris Cornell.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You know, I need to update my my bio, David. I think I need to update it.
Yeah, I was thinking that too when I sent it over, but I mean, just sometimes to get like 10 minutes to write down stuff again, because those bios are like 3 years old now, Chrissy, or something like that. So yeah, we might want to update those.
But Mary Lynn, you spoke it so beautifully. I've never, I mean, I'm very few times do we have people, you know, say our bios. We're always reading somebody else's, you know.
Right.
So it's kind of odd, and that's why I didn't even realize I needed to update mine. But thank you so much for that beautiful entry. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
So I see that you were from Stephenville. I'm actually from Texas as well. So same thing, same situation. That just kind of not until adulthood. So
yeah. My grandmother was in Stephenville. I actually grew up in La Mesa, Texas, which is West Texas, a little bit south of Lubbock.
Right.
But Stephenville was the very first place that I ever had a paranormal experience. So.
Yeah. I grew up outside of Weatherford, outside of Fort Worth.
Oh, I know exactly where I was born in Fort Worth, so I know exactly where Weatherford is. Tarrant County was where
we're going to be in Texas in October, right, Kristen?
Yes, we will be.
Yes.
What part of Texas?
What's the house?
Yeah, it's Hill House. It's the haunted Hill House, but I can't for the life of you tell you what city it's in. All I know is they're putting me on a plane and Natalie's picking me up and we're going wherever it is.
Yeah.
How funny.
Yeah.
I like that though. That's kind of how I like to fly, especially like when I get together with KD Stafford and his wife Katie a Supernatural Link. We kind of like to fly in with one engine on fire, and like the landing gear's twisted in the front. But by
and
God,
you have the fire. You have the fire trucks out there putting the foam all over the runways.
Right. And then we're running out, and we're like, "Hey, we're here." That's how we roll.
So Hill House is actually in Mineral Wells.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
the other side of Weatherford.
Mineral Well. Oh, that's right, because that's where the famous Baker Hotel is.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And I've got something on that. When I was little and I would go with my dad places, I remember going to Mineral Wells one time, and we had parked right. The job that he had to go do, or the person he had to go talk to, was close to that area. And I remember sitting outside of that hotel as a child and just looking at it and feeling weird.
Yes.
And of course, I didn't know any better, but I was sure glad when my dad got back to the truck, because I didn't want to sit in the truck by myself anymore. And I didn't put two and two together until decades later
Sure.
Right.
of what
Right.
it was, So yeah, that's
Well,
Mineral Wells.
and speaking of sitting in trucks, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your service, Christy, to this country.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I would do it again. Do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I don't know if you get enough recognition for actually being a service member, and it's
Well,
close
thank
and near and dear to my heart. So I definitely wanted to start off the show by thanking you
Well,
for your service.
Well, thank you, and thank you for yours
Yeah, thank
too.
you.
No worries, So let's and as I was reading David's bio,
Mhm.
I didn't realize we had stuff in common. 'Cause I started out by seeing my grandfather
Okay.
as a child, and that sort of got me into the passion of paranormal. Like, why can I see my grandfather? He just died 3 days ago. Why why is he here? Why do I smell him?
Yeah,
So,
it was my great grandmother, and I never got to meet her. She had passed before I was born, but I would see her around all the time. And then talking with my grandmother, we'd be looking at old photos, and I go, "Oh, I know who she is." Right, my bobshell.
right,
That's how you
right,
say it. Like, I know her, and my grandma's like, "How do you know her? She's been dead for a while." I go, "No, she's here all the time." And my grandmother, just starts crying and stuff like that, going, because it was just one of those things. It was a really weird
right.
thing. So, yeah, and then it started to come in with the aura thing. That was like when I was like 7 or 8 or things like that. It was really weird to me because I didn't know what was happening. And Christy, I mean, you were kind of you were in a different household that I was. So like, so it was encouraged for me to talk about this and experience these paranormal things that were going on.
Right.
But yeah, that was it. That was my first thing seeing it. It was just really, really. It didn't seem strange to me at the time, and I think that's why when Christy and I interview people, and most people really start to have their experiences when they're younger, and
Yep.
you're more innocent and more open to things.
Way more open.
Yeah, and I agree. And also reading the bios, I didn't know that Christy, you and I share a little commonality because I also grew up in a strict Baptist household.
I'm sorry.
Like, right? Well,
That's
I mean,
funny.
I say strict. As strict as, the 80s latchkey kids could
Oh,
be.
mine was Southern Baptist. My dad was a deacon.
Oh,
We
geez.
were every time those church doors were open, we were there, and we were having a luncheon on Sunday afternoon.
Right. Well, I like to tell people that I was raised on drugs. I was drugged to church on Sunday, drugged to church
Drug
on
to
Wednesday.
Wednesday, drug to church.
Yep.
Yeah, I like to let people know that I'm a recovering Catholic. So.
Yes, recovering Catholic.
But I mean, without going any further to that, I get it.
Yeah.
We get it. But
I still get messages from because it's well I know that I'm pagan, and well, if it's not, it is now. But I still get messages from little old ladies from my church in Lamesa saying, "I want you to know that the Lord loves you, Christy, and we're praying for you." And I'm like,
Heathen.
bless your little heart, and they're sweet as they
Bless your
can
heart.
be.
Oh,
Bless
that's
your little
hilarious.
heart.
Bless your little
Yeah.
heart.
Oh, that makes me feel like I'm back home. So, but
Well, bless your
But
heart.
I'm always
Bless you.
nice to them, and say, "Oh, thank you. I'll take anything that I can get,"
Sure.
But it's like I am who I am, and I was raised one way, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stay that way. So,
Well, and that's where everybody has their own path in life, and
right,
it's a really good segue to get in, from childhood, where your parents are doing the best that they possibly can.
right,
I think with what they know, what they got, but everybody transitions into something, because if you're not out there searching for what fills your soul, then you're going to be miserable. So I like the transition, and especially the vampirism that you're doing, Christy. I very fascinated in that. Of course, I played Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, I love Vampire the Masquerade.
I was shut up, KD. Sorry. Oh.
Now, I've been playing a thing called Solasta. Have you heard of that?
I've seen it, but I don't know much about it.
Okay, it's just like Dungeons and Dragons. It's just like the Vampire the Masquerade. It's all that, but you create your own ventures. Well, I guess you do that with all of them. But I've been hooked on it. Now I'm not allowed to have the controller.
Right.
Because they're too expensive and I'll end up throwing it and breaking it.
Right.
So I'm only allowed to sit and watch, but I get to participate because I tell them how I want them to move and
Yep.
I get to build the characters, but I can't hold the controllers. I've been grounded from the controller.
Christy rage quits on the Xbox.
Oh, damn it.
Well, it's like my brain is telling it to move one way, but my fingers are pushing the wrong damn buttons.
That's hilarious. It's so funny.
Yep. I do want to take a second here to recognize we got a couple of people in different teams in the comments. We've got Scott and Kimberly Horn Paranormal.
Horn Paranormal.
They have some great products. Check them out. Lisa, we have Lisa with PRI that was out at the Paracon.
Hi, Lisa.
And we've got the OG Greg Koss from the podcast Shadow Hunters. And,
nice.
Hey.
Greg, how are you?
And then we got another Texan. Anthony is in here.
Anthony.
Uh-oh.
Texas Wraith Prince, I believe.
Oh, gotta love the Texas. Yeehaw!
They got, great. Hook 'em horns.
No. I was no.
Yeah.
Get your guns up.
Oh,
Bang, Red Raider.
I had a feeling.
That's where I went to college. Was Texas Tech Red Raider.
Oh man, I'm scared to go to Texas now.
Mary Lynn, jump in on that one. Come on, Texas.
Oh, I was walking in the store yesterday, and this guy, he's a veteran, and he was wearing this knife about that long, just right there in the store. Yeah, and it's okay. Nobody says anything.
In Texas, you can get away with stuff like that. You can have gun racks in your trucks in Texas.
Absolutely. Yep.
Crazy.
You can even wear your gun in the holster.
That's right. You can't go wrong with a state like that. I'm sorry.
You're allowed to have like 100 beer cans in the bed of your truck, aren't you? Something like that.
As long as they're empty.
As long as it's not in the front.
Right. And as long as they're empty, well, of course they're going to be empty. You just toss them out of the window.
It's like, officer, I swear I
didn't do nothing.
No.
That's why you have that sliding glass window in the back, so you can just toss it back.
Right. You just toss it back.
That's why they invented that.
Yeah, you leave just a little bit in there for your dog that's in the back.
God.
Oh, what have we done, David? Where are we going?
You guys. I just want to say, OHL does not condone drinking and driving.
We didn't say anything about driving. You just throw it through.
Oh, you just
Hey,
throw it in the rack. Okay.
I don't drink and drive. I always make sure that I'm stopped completely at the stop sign.
There
Oh,
you
that's
go.
so funny.
And then you pop it.
And then I do a swig.
Well, because I mean, don't drink and drive because you might spill your beer.
That's right.
Right.
It's alcohol abuse.
Now, however, I'm going to have to do the same disclaimer that David just did. I don't drink. I've been sober for 2 years. However,
good.
we're talking Texas.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a shot of Fireball a couple hours ago.
There you
I
go.
thought you said that you wanted Fireball to be destroyed. Or
Well,
something.
did you not see the quotation marks?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Fireball is evil and
Yeah,
must
well.
be
Destroyed.
destroyed. It was in quotations.
See, that's just because I'm a dumb jarhead. I was like, oh my God, she doesn't like Fireball. That was not the case.
I was
Jesus
being a smart ass. I was having one too many tins.
Be careful. I'm gonna bring out the dad jokes, Christy. Be careful.
No.
Oh, see,
no
we love
dad
dad jokes. We love the dad jokes here.
Christy, you'll like this one, okay? You ready?
Oh, I'm not listening. I'm not listening.
No. Then I won't do it.
No, go ahead, do it.
What is it? What is the difference between geez. See, now I messed it up. What is the difference between Dubai and Abu Dhabi?
Oh, I just posted this the other day. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
did you post
Dubai
it?
and Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
It's great. This is
Well,
great.
Dubai is a town. Abu Dhabi sounds like a baby trying to say Uncle Bobby.
I wouldn't have seen that one coming.
So,
I'm not-
does Uncle Bobby live in Dubai?
No, I think Abu Dhabi is better because they like how does it go? They like the Flintstones because Abu Dhabi do or something like that. I forget. See, I messed it up.
Because
So,
Abu Dhabi do.
yeah,
Dabba-dabba-doo.
Dabba dabba doo.
sorry.
But I'm
That was
just gonna,
bad.
I have to say, I've been to Abu Dhabi, and now that every time I talk about it, it's going to be Uncle Bobby from here on out. So there was this one time I was in Uncle Bobby. Wait a minute.
What?
That's not going to sound very good. I was in Uncle Bobby.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh, jeez.
moving on.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, goodness.
so let's talk about our haunted lives, the
Sure.
show. So what got you guys wanting to do like a podcast format?
Well, Christy, you want me to take it first?
Yeah, well, because mine's easy. He just talked me into doing it. So it's all on you, David.
It's all on me. Well, obviously it was in the pandemic. People were losing their minds. And so it just started up. I started doing the YouTube thing. And then Christy and I had a couple of her friends on. And it seemed like, and Christy just kind of subbed in for my old partner. And we just really, really clicked. And it just kind of went from there. But it was just, I was getting back into the paranormal, and I was just looking for people to hang out with. I didn't want to go to like a huge group. I hadn't really thought about going to like ghost hunt weekends or, haunted
Right.
nights or anything like that. And nothing was going on because everything was shut down. So, met Christy on Facebook, which is hilarious. Like, hey, want to go ghost hunting? Sure, let's go.
Right.
So
And we did. I backed up and met
Yeah.
him out in a parking lot at some supermarket 2
Yeah.
hours from my house. Jumped in the car and said, "Well, if you're going to kill me, at least let's go hunting first."
Yeah. So we kind of did that, and Christy was still working a lot with the Wraith Chasers at the time with Chris and Mike, and it kind of came to the point of, well, it didn't come to a point. I kept asking if she wanted to do stuff, but the person that I used to work with that was part of OHL at first,
Christy didn't like.
well, she didn't like him, and he was just kind of shady, So
Fair. Fair enough.
a lot of fake stuff was going on and things like that. And Christy, you can tell the rest of it of how I
Well-
swooned you.
First of
no,
all,
I
he
just
didn't kill you.
no, exactly. No, I met him and we had a great time. But the guy that he was with at that point in time, I didn't get is super sweet guy. It's just I knew I didn't want to work with him. Some of his work ethics or some of the stuff that he did, I didn't feel was on the up and up, and I didn't want my name attached to that. So I didn't say anything to David. I just told him, no, I'm not really interested right now, because I didn't want to tell him and feel obligated to get rid of him or me look
Right.
like an idiot. I just didn't
Right.
say anything. So, but it's probably a few months after that, David kind of saw what I had seen and he mentioned it to me and he's like, I'm going to cut ties with it. I'm like, okay, well, let's get together then. And the rest is history.
Yeah, and so we started just kind of talking, because Christy lives in Charlotte and I live in Raleigh, so we can't really kind of get together all the time to go investigate. So
Right.
it was a good way to start doing that, and then so we had about 3 or 4 episodes up on YouTube, I think, and then Natalie, she gave me a call and said, "Hey, we're interested in having you guys on Powerflex," and I look back at those episodes that we did at the beginning, Christy, and they're so bad.
I won't even look. I barely watch the ones we do now. I'm certainly not going to watch the first couple ones.
Well, your background was fine, but mine, I had like white sheets, and white sheets reflect instead of bring in the lighting and things like that.
Right.
It's so bad. so I take pride in my studio now. So whatchamacallit. But yeah, and with what's been going on with this with us lately and just the reputation that we have, I've got to thank Christy a lot because she does know a lot of people in this industry, and she felt comfortable enough to take me around and kind of hang out with them also.
Yeah, I decided I'd introduce him to some people.
I know.
It's funny how the paranormal brings people that probably would normally not be able to contact each other, or you would never probably talk to each other in passing. But it brings people together, and it's almost as if the spirits are like, you know what, we need to bring these two people together. How are we going to do it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, I always say it. Christy and I are totally opposite. She is, that social butterfly, and I'm the guy who just likes to cyberstalk people and, and protect the tech side and things like that.
He's not joking. He will call me up. Did you see this? I'm like, no, I didn't see it. It's all over no, I didn't see it. Because social media, I'm taking a hiatus from it for a while. It's just gotten so crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Really crazy.
Yeah. I'm not a fan. Like, I get on Facebook and I scroll, and I'll get on YouTube and whatever, but I'm just like, eh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always on YouTube. I love YouTube, but I'm always watching something about.
You like the history stuff.
I love the history stuff about King Henry VIII or any of the kings of England or France or anything about, or like Lizzie Borden stuff. I get into all that kind of stuff, but it's all historical stuff.
Christy,
so I'm always on
you didn't see the latest video with the demon? You didn't see that one?
Whoa, you mean just the one or the 1 million one?
The 500,000 of them.
Yeah.
and without naming any names or any channels or anything, people are starting to fire back, and then people are starting to get lawsuits out there and stuff. Like, it's not fun. It's not the old fun anymore. It's getting serious. And
it's getting way too Hollywood, and it's not.
Yep.
It's everybody's looking for they're trying to make it to where there's a shock factor, and people are willing to do things that are really kind of on the edge of, is this ethical or not? Or
Right.
am I, am I screaming when I normally wouldn't scream because I'm not really scared? Or are you just really trying to amp it up? There's so much of that. And then there's people that just outright fake stuff.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I will never, point fingers or say anything like that. But we all know that there's people that just outright fake things.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's frustrating because when you're a person that doesn't do that, now I'm not going to say I haven't gotten overly excited about something, I mean, everybody does when you're
Right.
investigating, but it's absolutely ridiculous, the people that are faking things now. And it's,
I'm sorry.
I lost my train of thought. I had
No,
a purpose to this, but I
you're
lost my
fine.
train of thought.
No, I mean, I kind of, when I get started talking about it, I lose my train of thought.
I was getting
everywhere.
frustrated.
I do, yeah. And and that's the sign of a pure investigator. This is why we got, okay, I can't say why I got into it. It's because I want to research. I want to learn. And if nothing happens, well, guess what? Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't really, it's when I go and investigate, I used to, now David will probably laugh at me. I used to bring the whole bathroom and kitchen sink when I went investigating.
Two full, not half empty on both of them. 2 full bins about this big, full of equipment.
Yeah.
One time we were in Kinston, North Carolina, investigating a really old house, and she literally took over the schoolhouse, and there was equipment everywhere. It's so funny. Christy's got a dolly.
I had a doll. I had balls. I had chalk. I had magnets with letters to see if they would move the letters. I had the whole schoolyard, the schoolroom, and it was an old, like 1800s schoolhouse, so it's not huge, but it was big enough. And I took a lot of equipment, but now going in, I don't like to use that much equipment anymore. It's all about the experience. It's about, is this going to happen this time, or what am I going to pick up on psychically, or am I going to have something communicate with me, I've had an instance where I was able to pass a spirit on, and it was an hour and a half. It took an hour and a half, and it was a beautiful thing. It was so beautiful. I didn't care if it was videoed. I didn't care if anybody saw. It was a personal experience, and now everybody's different, but for me, I just like to go in cold and just have fun. Just have fun.
Your best piece of equipment is yourself.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, it's nice when other people have the equipment. It can validate what we're seeing or what we're seeing.
Yeah. It's
definitely
it's great for that stuff. But do you know Ron Yavaketti and Lourdes Gonzalez? They're out of New Jersey.
I don't.
I know.
You've probably seen pictures of them. They're always out and about.
They're really advancing like ITC and DRV stuff, which is really great. But Ron is documenting everything. So, and it's a real big thing of what I try to do right now is, okay, with the EDI or something like that, you put it down and you leave, and you kind of see what happens on it, and you record that. Then you come back and you ask questions to see how that is. My point is just to have data. You got to have data, because that validates what's going on also. So.
Yeah, who was it that we interviewed just not too long ago that's really big into the data? He was at the Paracon that you did.
Oh, you're talking about, was it Chris Carr maybe?
No,
Ernie.
No, we just
Steve?
interviewed him.
Steve Dills?
No, we just interviewed him. He was on 28 Days Haunted.
Yeah, Jeremy Leonard.
Oh, Jeremy Leonard.
No, not Jeremy Leonard.
Oh, Aaron G. Thompson.
Yes, there we go.
It took me a second to think, and if I would have just thought hard enough, because he's super into the data and
He
like
is
the
a
hard
tech.
numbers.
Yes, he blows my mind, and
Yeah.
of course it doesn't take too much to blow my mind, but I mean, the way he talks
Yeah.
and I try to act like I'm following along, but
Right.
I didn't graduate college, so he's using words that I'm like, what the hell is he saying? Now David probably can follow along,
Follow along with them.
but I'm
So
just
just
sitting there.
nod and smile.
Yes, that's what I do. I smile and I'm like, oh, that sounded sexy, but I have no idea
I
what
got
the fuck
nothing.
he
Right.
said.
Right. And well, it was what he blew my mind, and he stayed at my house for 2 weeks
Okay.
because he had my Paracon, then he had another one lower part of the state, and I was like, ain't no point in you flying back. Whatever.
Right. Right.
Well, I mean, and we would get in these conversations, and I would look at him like, dude, I need to go to sleep at some point, and you got my head like trying to do calculus, and I don't know.
Spin.
Yes,
He'll put you in a rabbit
Yeah.
hole quick and
Yeah.
spin.
I was waiting on the pea soup to just come out of my mouth, and we're just gonna film it. Like my head's spinning so bad, but he's amazing, and people don't give him like. Let me tiptoe around this one. So people just think he does underwear push-ups and cries.
Okay, well,
No,
I
he's
did
got
give him I did
does it.
give him a hard time. I did give him a hard time about that when we were interviewing
Yes.
him. I said, "How long
Well,
have
yeah.
you been doing underwear modeling?" I had to throw that in there.
Did he mention that he got sponsored by the same underwear company that I order from? I was like,
Yes.
bro, yeah, what? Like that was our idea sitting around when we ordered a pepperoni pizza, and then we put caramel sauce on the pizza. It was one of those ideas we had, right?
okay.
And what were you eating before that? Was it
Yeah.
a gummy form?
I
Some psilocybin.
mean, I could neither confirm nor deny. However, the pizza was delicious with the caramel sauce.
I
Sure it
will
was.
trust you.
And then I was like, bro, why don't you reach out to these underwear people, man? And it was at the time,
Yeah.
it's the greatest idea in the world, right?
Right?
So
That's
he did
funny.
it, and now so there you go. You're
That's
welcome,
awesome.
Aaron G, for the free
You're
underwear.
welcome. You're welcome.
That's awesome. Yeah, some of his techniques he was showing us with the glass bowl and the styrofoam. Now, I think that's absolutely an amazing thing to work on, and
Very scientific. Very.
But
I
look,
mean, that one it took me back to grade school when we'd have
Yeah.
science fairs.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's not saying that it was something simple, but it actually is. It's a simple concept of what he was showing us,
Mhm.
but it's thinking outside of the box and doing something that would really, really work because there's equipment that goes off with static electricity.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
those little what are they called? The things that
do stuff. I get
Yeah.
it. Right.
yeah, the
Yeah.
hickey shits, the thingamabobbers.
Right. I'm
Oh
following.
my gosh, I shouldn't have done that fireball shot
That's
earlier.
hilarious. Well, no,
That's
I
how
mean,
The
And-
packaged peanuts, the peanuts.
yeah, the peanuts, the styrofoam.
Yeah, it will stick to almost anything. So if you got static electricity, you get one of those 360 periscopes and
Mhm.
put it side by side. And if they both go off at the same time, you got
Yeah.
double confirmation
Yeah,
right
double
there.
confirmation.
You
Yep.
can't beat
Yes.
that. And that's just what we were talking about earlier with the confirmation of if
Mhm.
you get something psychically and then you
Right.
get a meter that goes
Yeah.
off
Right.
at the same time, or you get something on the ovulus with the same thing that you're
Sure.
getting. It's
Sure.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's really good to have those little experiments that you can kind of go with, that aren't all techie and things like that. I kind of have a feeling like now
Yeah.
of
Greg likes the cat balls.
yeah,
I was about to
those
say,
are
Greg,
cool.
we're not talking about your cat's balls. But, I mean, but we can.
I have a feeling though, like a lot of people fall back on the equipment instead of like just trying to get the feeling or seeing what's going on when they're if nothing's
Right.
going on, they put on the spirit box and just kind of things like
Or
that.
they get
So,
too serious. Sometimes
fun.
now investigations, yes, you should be serious because it is, it can be dangerous, and but rated G folks here packaged peanut cat ball.
No, this show is not rated.
It's
No.
not with me on here.
No,
It is
not
not
at all.
rated G. Not at all. And I got sidetracked again. I started reading cat balls.
I do want to thank the Humane Society for all the cat balls that I use. I appreciate that.
No.
Looky there.
Yep.
Hi,
And it's a REM pod.
No.
Hi, pretty. Aww.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fuck
David,
that.
you're kind of like me, brother. Fuck the dolls, man. No.
Fuck that doll, man. Get away from me.
Right.
Yeah, David doesn't like the dolls.
The last Paracon we were at, there's a couple people to the left of me that had fucking dolls out, and then there's this couple that had a voodoo doll with them. It's like over 200 years old. It was found on a plantation. Oh, dude! And I was like, get that thing away from me. Just get it.
Wasn't that the same couple that had the problem with the Ouija?
With Sam? No, with Sam and doing the
but they were okay with the voodoo doll, but they were not okay with the Ouija or the seance.
Come on, let's put this into.
Oh, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. So like me and Sam, we did a seance for our group that we were leading, and then Jen asked if the other group would like to do it with us, and this one guy's like, "That's necromancy," and I'm like, "What? You travel around the fucking country with a voodoo doll?"
And first off, seance is not necromancy.
No.
We're not
raising the dead.
We're not bringing back the dead. We're communicating with the dead. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay, so what are you gonna call like ITC and spirit boxes? That's just a new.
It's the same thing.
It's
like
the same
it's just
thing.
It's just a new Ouija board.
It's opening a doorway. Anytime that you communicate to a spirit, no matter if you're using dowsing rods, a pendulum, a Ouija board, crystal ball, crystals,
everything,
your mind, your whatever, you are opening a door, and it doesn't matter what you're using. And unfortunately, the Ouija has gotten a really bad reputation because of Hollywood.
Right.
And now they can be scary, because I had a very traumatic thing happen to me when I was about 17 with the Ouija, and I'm surprised that I have grown up liking them and using them because of that experience. But it's no different. It's no different than using a SB7, SB11 millimeter, a K2 meter, even.
It's all in the intent.
It's all in. I was just thinking the word intent. See, you're in my mind.
There you go. That proves that she's a psychic.
That's right. That's right.
and
we're on that psychic highway, aren't we?
Absolutely.
And since we mentioned that, and you said that proves she's a psychic, I read something online that somebody posted, and they were complaining because of A, what some psychics charge, and B, they went on this rant saying, well, if I ask you to prove to me you're a psychic, why do you keep blocking me? You need to prove to me. Okay, so I'm going to put this out. Nobody needs to prove a damn thing to nobody.
No.
And if you don't want to pay the price that psychic is charging, find something else.
It's gotten so bad, even with people reading online, doing readings online for free and things like that. I know, Christy, you and we know a lot of people who do readings, and it's hard for Ken or for Alicia, Cosmic, to get people to come and do it, because these people are just giving it away for free, and I have a big problem with that. Plus, they're not really good at it.
Right. Well, I don't charge because I'm not that good at it either, but
well, I mean, somebody's got to make a living, man. It's what they do.
If this is what you do for a living, cool, great.
Right.
Charge. like if I ever get to where, because I do spiritual advice and the
Mhm.
shamanic path with that. If I ever get to the point where I'm so covered up with doing it, I'm going to start charging
Yeah.
Right.
because
Yeah.
because
Well, you charge for, I mean, your knowledge. If you're in a career field and you're knowledgeable in something, and it can help someone, of course you have the right to charge.
Mhm.
well,
You
and
charge for your expertise and your
Mhm.
knowledge. And psychic mediumship is not something that you can, lay out on a table and show somebody.
right,
It's just, it doesn't work that way. And
This is
I know with me, so, I mean, I can go months without hearing, feeling, or getting anything because mine just comes and goes. I haven't channeled it completely. I haven't embraced it completely. It just
Mhm.
happens when it happens. But there's some people, I mean, like Patty she just blows me away and
Working
with
with her is
what she
incredible.
does.
Yeah.
And and Alicia, she's amazing, and April Bussett is
Yeah.
amazing.
He's really great too.
There's so many that I could name off that I would trust and I would pay.
Yeah.
right.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
I mean,
And
you're
it
not going to
also
pay.
it takes energy to do that, and most people don't realize that you are using your own personal energy when you're doing these readings for
We
people, and it
had
can take a
we
Right,
toll.
right.
we had a great conversation with Ken Boggle about that because he was in Vegas and I think he did like 50 readings one day. Remember we were talking about this, Christy?
Yes, because he doesn't take a break.
Yeah, he did.
Doesn't
And
he
just
doesn't
what he
take a
was
break
saying
to go.
afterwards.
He
Yeah.
doesn't go to the bathroom. He doesn't go eat. He doesn't do anything.
And he's just
He
drained.
he is so drained that he'll have he usually has an aide with him or something, and
Consistent. Yeah.
an assistant, and when he gets to the car he said that he would just start bawling.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
it's just a complete, because he wants to stay up in the high frequencies
Right.
and stay up there, so
Mhm.
he doesn't want to take a break and come down and have to go back up.
yeah.
So
Right.
that's how he works best, is staying up at that accelerated level
Mhm.
for that long. But that's got to be hard on your body.
Yeah.
So does he do that every day, or does he take
No,
breaks?
no. This was at the Las
It's at a
Vegas Con
Paracon.
like a couple
Oh,
years ago.
okay.
But
Okay.
it's
No, he doesn't do it all the time, but probably at the Paracons he does. He
Yeah.
just keeps going one after another.
yeah,
Oh,
Becky,
yeah, Becky
exactly.
Evans
Yeah,
said,
absolutely.
yes, he was
Yeah.
definitely drained.
It's and it's really weird because you can see like I really love watching Patty when she starts to get ready to do things like with a seance. And we've had the pleasure. I've been involved in 3 seances our first one was Salem, right? Was in Salem.
Right, Salem.
And then the one at the
Massachusetts.
Mass Paracon, right?
Right.
And I think one other I forget, but when she gets in her zone and what she starts doing, and this is kind of weird because I've never seen Patty like down or drained. Like after the stay, and she's still like, okay, let's go. She's so great. But some people, they have to understand. My point is you have to understand that, Christy, I've seen it with you when you were trying to help spirits out and things like that. You've seen it with me just get drained, and we're just totally like
Just like,
afterwards. So people have to understand, like, this is very draining on you.
Well, I mean, paranormal hangover is a real thing.
Oh,
Mhm. Oh,
definitely.
absolutely.
Especially if David and I are traveling, or if I was going someplace with the Tennessee Ray Chasers or Ghost Hunt weekends, when I do 2 or 3 day stretch, we would do where we would go to Bobby Mackey's for 2 nights. Well, we go to the Thomas House in Tennessee on a Thursday night. And no, Bobby Mackey's on a Thursday night, then the Thomas House in Tennessee Friday and Saturday, and back to Kentucky to Bobby Mackey's.
Oh,
It'd be a
man.
4-day in a row. And it's, you're trying to have everybody have a good time because you've got
Right.
all these people that have paid tickets to come see
Right.
the guys and to see the Ghost Hunt Weekends crew
Yeah.
and have a great time. But you do 4 investigations, especially Bobby Mackey's being as intense as it is. it took me 3 or 4 days
Right.
before I could get back to feeling like myself.
Yeah. I'll usually when we travel, I'll just make sure that the next day we have the hotel room so we can just kind of kick back and eat
Right.
some pizza and then
Right.
not have everything done. Yeah,
Yes,
Patty's
Patty is
incredible.
great.
Patty's
Yeah.
incredible. Cannot wait to see her in September and then to work with her again up in Texas in October. So that's going to be fun.
Yes.
That's going to be fun. We get to pick her up from the airport again, Christy.
Yay.
Let's see if I can navigate Boston Logan Airport again this time.
Oh, no, thank you.
It was
The Boston airport's not too bad. I don't mind Boston Airport.
yeah.
There's some Las Vegas. I think I know my spots in all of the main not hotels, but airports,
Right.
because I know where I can go and get my Bloody Marys and my tequila shots.
There you go.
Because there's always a layover in Las Vegas. It never
Yes.
fails. There's a layover 4 to 5 hours, and
geez.
$400 later, I'm sloshed. I'm hoping they're letting me on the plane.
Right. I'm gonna have
Oh,
to step
Christy.
away for 1 second, Mary Lynn.
Okay.
Will you take over for a second?
Yeah.
So the one thing I have, you were talking about vampirism. Can you
Mhm.
kind of expand on that a little bit? I was just curious on that because I've not studied or looked into any of it. I'm just curious.
Well, I follow the teachings of Father Sebastian. He has a book out. It's called The Black Veils, and it has basic tenets in it, just like the 10 Commandments. Take care of yourself, be kind to one another. And there's all things that goes into it. But the main thing of it is you're trying to everybody thinks, vampires, they're immortal. Well, we all know that that's not possible
Right.
in the way that people think it is. But with vampirism, you have your corporeal death and then you have your second death, and you're trying to keep from being reincarnated. You're trying to stay in the soul aspect and not being reincarnated. And that in itself is living forever. Or remembering. You need to start remembering past lives, and each time you get closer and closer, it's he explains it so much better than I can right now. but if anybody's interested in it, pull up Black Veils by Father Sebastian, and it's just your basic book on vampirism and some of the styles, the different types of vampires. You've got role playing vampires that just do it for role play, like Masquerade. You've got your living vampires. You've got your black swans. There's all different kinds of categories. And your black swans is somebody like David. He doesn't follow the path, but he loves to go to the events, or he supports and I belong to a Sabretooth clan, which is Father Sebastian's clan. And I've gotten my red on, and that means that I've been
right
for going on 2 years now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you get different colors on there when you level up.
Right.
See, I've been doing Dungeons and Dragons. When you level up, man.
That's
Right.
funny. That's funny.
So what got you interested in getting into it? I mean, what was the draw for you?
It was the lifestyle. It was just the people. They're so interesting. They're very charismatic. They're very refined, and they carry themselves so well. They love life. They have what you call a day side and a night side. Like y'all would be considered muggles. Y'all are muggles, and you have your day side, which you go about and you take care of your
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
There you go. And then you have your night side, and that's when you do your ritualistic stuff. So it does have pagan aspects to it. There's a lot of most people that are in the vampire, they're agnostic, but it's just to see the people go from their day side to their night side. You would not believe some of these people. It's
Yeah. Kind of cool.
So does it kind of have the stigmata of like witchcraft, people thinking witchcraft was all bad, and now more people are getting into it? So is that more people getting into vampirism?
More people are, definitely. A lot of them follow the left-hand path, which a lot of it sounds bad, or it's like, oh, that's satanic. No, it just means that you go against the norm of things. It's definitely different, and I'm still learning. I probably won't ever learn as everything that Father Sebastian has to teach, but he actually called me this morning, and I was talking to him and trying to get everything ready for the New Orleans Vampire Bash. That's the big one, so it's gonna be exciting.
See, that's one thing I've always wanted to go to, even as the role play vampire.
Sure.
I wanted to go to one of the balls or one of
the
bashes.
costumes are amazing.
Yes.
And the events that he has, the people that put on the special things, he's had, well, of course, Danny Devine. She's the best burlesque type dancer. Yeah, she's absolutely amazing.
Incredible.
He's had acrobats. He's had, of course, singing performances. He gets some of the best bands.
I've seen tons and tons of the pictures from past things. I mean, I follow it, but I've just never had anybody to go with that was interested and wouldn't run away screaming. So,
right.
You put my brain to thinking, because I'm, as an author, it's like I want to write about all this, so I need to talk to you more.
Yeah, no.
And I didn't put my fangs in tonight.
Yeah,
I should have put my fangs in. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, he's a great guy, and I think another thing that really helped you out is when we're at that seance in Salem with Patty and him, and he was just extremely nice to you, and you guys talked for like 3 days, Christy, you and him.
Yeah,
you're like this, like two peas in a pod. He was a really cool
but
guy.
He made me so nervous. I'm not kidding. He made me nervous. He's definitely a different character. He's a triple Aquarius.
Oh,
if that tells you anything. But he's so highly intelligent that if you get just a little bit nervous around him, it's like, oh, am I saying the right thing, or am I saying something stupid? But I've gotten over that now. So yeah.
I mean, it's so interesting. Well, and the big thing with the vampirific world, everybody took that huge hit about 10, 15 years ago, maybe 20 now, when the murders the vampire murders happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, and it's like that included my world, because they were doing Vampire the Masquerade, and it got blamed for everything. And I'm like,
of course.
I'm sitting here doing I'm Toreador Clan, man. I can list everything, and I'm not doing, what I'm doing.
There's nothing demonic about vampirism. There's nothing. It's like you had said. There's a lot of witchcraft. There's a lot of rituals involved, and just depends on what level you are as to what type of ball you're going to. If you're going to a salon, or if you're going to an actual ball, the salons usually have the rituals. You have to all dress in black. So there's strict dress codes at all of these events, and it's not your little humdrum party. It is very well organized, and you are going to have a good time. Even if you just sit and watch people, you're going to have an amazing time.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I'm definitely going to get with you more on that.
Yes, definitely.
And I know that you're going to have to get out of here. But Well, I wanted to totally thank you so much for
Yeah.
taking your time and coming on, and it's been a pleasure.
I appreciate it. I'm sorry I'm cutting out early. I got to tuck
Hi,
the old
Christy.
man into bed.
Hi, Christy.
Uh, just hey, family first, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
And if
and
you're ever in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, let me know. I'd love to meet up.
Sure.
oh, awesome. Definitely. Definitely. I fly through there quite a bit, and I know the little bar to go to at that that airport.
There you go. I probably know it too.
I think it's called the something spoke.
Yeah, we have a few of those.
I know the one. I know what you're talking about. Actually,
Yep.
because I fly through Dallas Fort Worth quite a bit.
Yep.
Well,
All right. Well, I'm going to go take care of my father, but thank y'all so much for having me
Love you,
on.
Christy.
Yeah,
I've
thank
had
you
a
so much.
great time.
I look forward to working with you in the future.
Okay. All right. Bye. See you,
ya.
David.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Oh, she just warms my heart.
I mean, you know what? Y'all have great chemistry together. No wonder you're the number one talk show on.
It's really important, Brandon, when it comes down to having a partnership with someone. She is, like I said, we're exact opposites. So if we have somebody who is into who is a psychic medium or into witchcraft or vampirism, that's her, man. She knows everything. You want to get into techie stuff and things like that, I can nerd out with you. But the combination that we have is the reason why it works. So yeah. But thank you. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Well, it's almost a master class that I'm having right now, like with watching the two of y'all go, because I've never had a co-host. And Mary Lynn and I mean, I love Mary Lynn. She's family, and I'm excited to have a co-host. So
well, it takes a while. It takes a while to get used to each other and not step on each other, and things like that. And it can be kind of tough too, because if I'm really into one subject, I'll go on for like 30 minutes, and Christy will be texting me going, "Am I going to be able to fucking talk sometime during this interview?"
right. Right.
And so. But we kind of riff off of each other now, and you can kind of see how it is or how I'll transition. Go, what do you think about that, Christy? Or Christy, you take this one and things. So,
right. Yeah.
Question, Brandon, are you at a haunted location right now?
I mean, technically, I am. I'm not at the haunted location that we talked about because I was going to be live for the McIntyre Villa.
Oh. Okay.
Which is just 40 minutes up the road, but I will be live from the McIntyre Villa next Sunday. We looked at the wrong dates. However, where I'm at right now is haunted. There is a portal behind me.
Oh,
I was going to say, over your right shoulder, you have the shape of a man that's back there, and he keeps moving in and out.
Yep. So, this is where a lot of the Supernatural Inc. equipment. This is where it all started in the dungeon.
Okay.
And there's haunted objects down here, and this is where they make me sleep, in the dungeon with the haunted objects and in the portal. So, but yes,
that's not nice.
Hey, I'm the FNG still. I've been with them for almost 8 years, and I'm still the new guy. So
that's hilarious.
But yes, there are several entities, and there's some that like to knock. There's a cinder block wall behind me that you can't see that's under, I'm in a sub basement, so I'm under the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But you can hear spirits knocking on the outside sometimes at night. And that I'm so
awesome.
happy. I'm so happy that I get to sleep down here. Yay.
Leave me alone. I'm sleeping.
I've done that. I did that like last night. We investigated an Oddfellows building last night for the first time, and it was incredible. But by the time we got back, because it was also an event, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
And then the knocking started. I'm like, shut the fuck up. So
that's funny. Leave me alone right now. Do not want to be bothered.
Right.
Now you know how ghosts feel.
Exactly. Right. They were probably
asking me questions.
They were probably like, "Oh, look, it's 4:00 in the morning, and the ghost hunter's back. Let's get him."
Yep.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
totally.
you're back again.
Yeah, but I love this place, man. This is where it started. So
Nice.
it's fun. So
Carol says,
let
put up a do not disturb sign.
you know what, Carol? I may just do that. I'm gonna have to. Um, but sometimes when I get bored, because we have some of the equipment down here, I'll fire up. I can fire up something and
Yeah.
continue my investigations into the
Nice.
paranormal if I so by myself if I
Mhm.
so feel like it. So it's great. But we're in between shop locations right now, so we have a ton of equipment in here. So, and I wanted to show it off, but I couldn't get the lighting right. So this is what you get.
Ah,
Yeah.
sorry. I think my cat is clawing at my door. It's either that or a monster outside the door. So
Well, this could go one of two ways.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's my cat.
Do you need to let the cat in?
No.
No.
They're not allowed in the studio. So
fair.
I try to keep it clean.
So let's talk more about you on Paraflix. Where can people find you on like Paraflix and that?
So if people want to, there's an app that you can download for your phone, or you can just go to paraflix.com on your computer. We're also on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV also, and just go to streaming subscriptions and to Paraflix. If you go to Paraflix, you can get a discount for 3 months, I think it is. If you type in OHL 25, you'll get 25% off. It's $4 a month or $30 a year for tons and tons of content of paranormal. There's also movie shorts. There's some movies on there. There's music videos. There's talk shows. And some of the content on there is really, really, really good. You can do a 3-day free trial, no obligation if you guys just wanted to check it out. But, you can do that. We've got, we're 9 seasons for us. So we're
nice.
We're hit makers for Paraflix. So, and we've had everybody on from everybody, and so just really, really great conversations. Yeah. But, Paraflix, if you haven't heard of it, go check it out. And, it doesn't put too much of a dent in your pocketbook.
Yeah. I did the little 3-day free trial, and then I got a little upset because I didn't know where to get it on my TV.
Okay.
But I'm glad that you just said that on Roku I can find it and whatever. That's perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I went out and I bought the USB-C to HDMI cord for my phone and plugged it in. I'm like, this is just too much.
Sure.
But awesome. So she's got Natalie. God, I don't know when she sleeps. She works so much, because with all the stuff, just all the advertising and pushing stuff like that. So, but she's great. Paraflix is great. I love being on this platform exclusively for the paranormal. It's a little different than what most other people have and things like that, but I'm I was reading the private chat. Oh yeah.
Sorry. Just take a look at it, see if you like it. I know sometimes people can get ghost showed out and stuff like that, or there's even a chance, like if you do record and you do have some great content and you do put your stuff up on YouTube, send it over to Natalie, see what she says, and maybe you can become part of the Paraflix team also. So
that would be a great goal. That makes me even nervous thinking about it, but that would be cool.
We're OGs too, so we've been there since day one. It's just really the support you get through Natalie and Patty and everybody who's involved with Paraflix is bar none. Because I could not do all the promoting and advertising just by myself with OHL.
Right.
So it's tough.
And I've heard nothing but good things about Natalie and the people that run that. And you know what? That's rare to not hear a sideways comment in the paranormal community. So
she's she's just from the first time I met her, until she texted me yesterday, and just always positive, always never a bad thing to say about you, and great conversations of when we discuss business, and just I have nothing bad to say about Paraflix. I just love being on that platform. So
Well, and I get to meet her. I'm a speaker and a sponsor at the Hell House
oh,
Paracon.
okay, yeah. We were going to be out there, but we had a scheduling conflict. So you'll be out there with Larissa and Angie. So
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'm terrified of Larissa. I've hung out with her. I've investigated with her twice,
Okay.
and she frightens me. So no wonder. Like I'll be hanging out with Alan.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause she's
Larissa talking to chickens.
yes, Larissa. Listen, I don't know if you've seen, and I will send you the video
Okay.
of her. But her spirit animal's got to be a damn chicken because, and I'll send you the videos because they're hilarious.
Okay.
But she loves talking to chickens. Like she will cluck at the damn. I had her. She came down a week after the Hey Good Mill Paracon.
Okay.
To help me with a 9-day investigation.
Okay.
Well, we'd only been talking like 3 months. And I just sent her a message. Hey, you want to come investigate in the woods, and I'll give you a cabin.
Mhm.
Which sounds serial killerish. That's
Yeah,
how
a little bit.
movies start.
A little bit. Yeah.
Well, she's like, sure. I drove down from like for hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but she's cool. But I
Yeah.
took her to Hey Good Mill, and I lost her for a minute. And next thing I know, I hear her clucking at the chickens.
That's
So,
great.
Yeah, so I got a video that I posted, but I'll send it to you
That's
of her
so funny.
talking with her spirit animal.
Yeah, we were talking to David Childers, and he put us in touch with Larissa. So we're doing an event with her, the Supernatural Sleepover party at Fort Mifflin in Philadelphia. So we're going to be there broadcasting live and doing that. And then we were going to do the Hell House, but unfortunately, just scheduling conflict.
Right.
But then next year, we're already booked next May. For the Lake Shawnee Abandoned Amusement Park, will be able to go there. So,
and I will see y'all definitely there because
good.
I just got back from Lake Shawnee with Larissa and her team.
Nice
for like the preliminary overnight.
Uh-huh.
And I was honored and privileged. I took Jessica Lynch, the former POW from Iraq.
Yeah.
I took her on her very first ghost hunt, and she went out with us. So
that's cool.
It's fun.
That's neat, man.
Yeah, it was good. I'm not gonna. Nope. I'll say that offline.
Okay.
But yeah. So Lake Shawnee is gonna be super fun. Have you been there yet?
No, and I really don't want to know anything about it because I want all the experiences to really just kind of come up and kick me in the head. So.
Well, and that's a good thing because like I have a bunch of stories that the owners told me, but they're not my stories to tell. Gotcha. However, make sure you get the tour with Chris, the owner.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to tell you. But
okay.
It's amazing.
Okay.
Mary Lynn, you got anything? I know I don't want to keep you I don't know how long you can stay, David.
Oh, I can stay however long. I'm just
listening. Well, no, I mean, people can find us. Obviously, you've had the website up. You can go there. It's just pushing us. We have our bios and some testimonies and things like that. We're not selling anything. And people can find us on our Facebook group at Our Haunted Lives. We're on all social media. I'm even on Threads now. So that's the new thing.
Okay. I was like, okay, you have clothing. Good. I don't know.
Yeah. So, we're on Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff and things. And, every other Wednesday, not on this Wednesday, we'll be on, when's our next show? The 6th, I think. So is it? No, the 12th. Yes, July 12th will be our next show. So yeah, check us out on Paraflix. Sometimes we pop up and we do some lives on Facebook Live and things like that. But we promote when we're going to go live and things like that. So our next big live will be at the Fort Mifflin one. So we've got that. Then we've got Mass Paracon coming up. That'll be September 29th and 30th, and that's in Plymouth, and that's with Sam and Patty and April
Right.
and Richard and Step and everybody. It's such a great Paracon because it's such a little boutique Paracon,
Right.
and so the great thing about that is there's the cemetery right there behind the John Carver Inn.
Oh.
And they do ghost tours of it, right?
Right.
So, so Sam has told them we want to do a ghost tour. So I think it's gonna be great because here comes now. Imagine this, like your tour guide, right? Because Sam didn't tell like everybody who's coming, and then Patty Negri, April
Right.
Bussett, Sam Bellatrusis, Richard Ipstep, everybody and Aaron's going to be there too, and Aaron G, and we all just roll up and go, okay, give us the tour.
Right. Poor
I
people.
know. Yeah, so
Oh.
we've got that, and then like I said, after September and October, we'll be in. Well, it's Chrissy's thing. It's the Ghost Hunter Girls with Patty, Natalie, Alicia, Haley Michelle, and Sarah Garcia. But Natalie wants me to come out to do a live broadcast from the Hill House. So that's going to be great. I cannot wait to do that one. Becky says she'll be there. Awesome. We'll see you out there, Becky. And then, just thinking about doing a podcast. I don't know. I don't know if I have time, Brandon.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
So,
right.
So we've really kind of taken off, and we're really fortunate to be where we're at. And to have support of Natalie and the support from everybody else, and we thank you for having us down at the Haunting at the Mill. That was a great time. It was really fun. It was really fun.
Love to have you back.
Yeah, just give me a call. Give me the dates. Let me know. We'll find out.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
And
so that's what we've got going on. Just, we might be taking a little bit of a break after this season. We're not sure because we'll be done in August, and then it's like November and December. So it's kind of like holiday season. So we kind of like to slow things down a little bit, so
I definitely don't blame you for that. I have to. By October, I'm done.
Yeah, last year we shut down for 4 months. We were running hard for 2 years straight, and we just had to take a break. We weren't at each other's throats or anything like that. It was just time to take a break.
Yeah.
And Christy's like, I don't feel like doing this anymore right now. I said, okay, let me know. Talk to you in about a month.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So, and then you start itching and you want to go investigate. And Christy, what are you doing? Nothing. You want to go to Devil's Tramp again? Sure, let's go.
Right.
So,
it's not, and that's not too terribly far from both of y'all, I don't think.
Well, Christy, when she comes down, she'll come down for a couple days, and it's about an hour's drive for me to the tramping ground, and it's hilarious there. I love it there. It's so fun,
Yeah, I haven't made it there yet, but I want to. And of course, growing up in South Carolina, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. The best time to go is during the weekdays, though, if you can, because the weekends all the kids are there and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So even if you are trying to investigate, you can't really investigate too well. Yeah, I like it out there. I like going to places like that or the battlefields and stuff like that. So
okay, well, yeah. Oh, heck. Definitely have to get you to come down to South Carolina. I'll show you some cool places.
Yeah. Like what Goldsboro was a pretty good one. I got a pretty good EVP there. That was pretty good. And then Bentonville is where we got chased out of, or at least I did. It was the only time I felt like a prey instead of a predator. It was absolutely one of the most scariest things I've ever did. And the guy I was with was like, I'm not leaving. I said, well, I'm leaving right now. So,
right.
Yeah,
you do you do you.
Yeah.
But so Mary Lynn, do you have anything before I think we're just going to keep it to an hour and a half on this one.
Nope. It's been good. So
awesome.
Good to get to know you guys.
Yeah, for sure. And anytime you need a guest or whatever, man, just give us a call. You know, we always like chopping it up with people and just talking good paranormal BS. You know. So,
Oh yeah, I mean it's super fun. I am so glad that you got to come on.
yeah.
If
Thank
you're
you.
able to hang out for a little bit in the background after while we pay some quick bills, cool. And if not, we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take off. It's about 10:30, so I've got to get
Yes,
up early and everything like that. So
got it. Well, thank you so much
awesome,
for
brother.
coming
No,
on,
thank you.
brother.
Thank you, man. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you. We'll see you
Thank you,
guys. Have a
David.
great night.
Okay,
You
take
too.
care. Bye.
Bye bye.
Awesome. Like we just got a master class in how to like co-host.
Right? That was cool.
I'm good. I'm so good with that. God,
Yeah.
it's so dark behind me. I keep
It just
looking.
makes it more mysterious.
That's right. I'm mysterious, all right. Oh, well, we got some promoting to do, don't we? What do we got coming up?
We actually have the Deadwood, Spirits of Deadwood coming up. Let me see if I can pull that up. We have the banner and pictures and
Yep. I deleted the one that did not have the QR code.
okay, then let me pull that up real quick and then give me just a second.
Actually, because we have this one.
Good look. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of stuff on here now. I
There
can't
we
find
go.
it.
That one. Is that
Okay,
the one we need?
that's the one we need.
Okay. So, would you like to tell everybody about this while I check to see if the QR code actually works?
Absolutely. Well, it's not going to work yet. We have another meeting tomorrow to finalize everything. So the QR code is not live yet, but it will be in the next couple days. So this is the Spirits of Deadwood. We are doing this on September 29th and the 30th of Deadwood, South Dakota. Sacred Mountain Retreat is actually hosting this as a non-profit event, and this goes to help the veterans and first responders. And what is it, the Gold Star?
Yeah, and they do. Yeah, and Gold Star families.
Gold Star families. So what we're doing is we have the Bullock Hotel is going to be where we're staying. We have packets available for that. We've got 3 locations, the Bullock, Fairmont, and the Brothel House we're going to be investigating. And then we've got VIP packets. We've got just all this good stuff that's happening. You can see on the here we have Brandy Marie from 28 Days Haunted.
Yep.
KD is also going to be there, and also
Who?
Jeremy.
Who's
KD,
that KD? Who's
he
that guy?
keeps popping up. I don't know.
I don't know who that guy is.
I don't either.
I'm just glad he's not behind me right now while I'm saying
I know, right? Well, how do you know he's not? It's so dark back there.
I mean, it really is dark back there.
Right.
Katie, you back here? No? Good. All right.
And then we've got Jeremy Leonard that's also with 28 Days Haunted. He's going to be there with us. And then we have the ghost biker, Miranda Young. So love her. Just did the Scott County Jail with her, and very interesting place.
Now, I realize that it's the same weekend as the Mass Paracon and the one down in Louisiana. So y'all on the East Coast here, y'all got it covered. But for the Midwest over, y'all come over and see us.
Yep.
Come.
You don't have to travel as far.
Or if you're, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm on there as well. I'm also doing the gallery readings, and I'm going to be doing my intuitive pours. So that way, anybody wants to see those, we can get those done live. And then just meet and greet afterward, VIP dinners. And I think Miranda is actually going to take tours up to the cemetery too. So we might have a nighttime cemetery tour.
Yes, I believe. I don't know. I've been out of the loop with the planning for a little bit, but I think that last I heard, that's gonna be like I'm gonna take the tour because why not? Just because I do this professionally does not mean that I don't want to go take a tour.
No, I love doing the tours. I love hearing other people's perspectives, but I also want to see things for myself too. So that's what go see it ahead of time. But for me, don't get all the stories because I like to go in cold on most of it.
Right.
But for that, it's what's going to be fun though is that night is the full moon. So doing a full moon cemetery tour is going to be killer. Well, hopefully not killer, but
well, I mean, for Wild Bill Hickok, it was pretty killer.
Right.
So if those of you that don't know your Wild West history, Deadwood is actually where Wild Bill Hickok was murdered. And Calamity Jane. I mean, like the big names from the Wild West, they were around this town. So it's pretty friggin' cool. And we will announce when the tickets go on sale. We're just finishing up some final details. I know there's a lot of you that are super interested. Please just hang on a little bit longer. Hopefully after tomorrow we'll know something.
We will know something by tomorrow. So hope we'll send out a Facebook posting on that whenever everything's available too, and just plaster it all over the place. So,
and Lisa, we would love to have you out if you're not at trial. She's one of them attorney ladies, but she's awesome. She was with maybe you got to meet her. She was with Paranormal Research Institute, that was down there at Haygood Mill.
I did get to meet her very briefly.
Yes, she is an amazing lady. And actually, Lisa texted me later because we got to figure out when we're going to do lunch. Now that I'm over here in the Missouri area. Let's talk.
Misery area.
I'm in Missouri in Illinois. You know what we haven't covered? We haven't covered you, and we need to cover you. Let's talk about where people can find your artwork. You talk about it. I'll look up the info.
Oh, okay.
Or your fab. Or you can do that.
Or I could just pop it up there. So, like you said, it's the very easy way to find artbymarylynn.com is where I post all of my artwork. I do have a lot more that's coming in. I've been doing some branching out and trying some acrylic pours and doing some paintings on top of it. Some really cool, like a Firebird. I did a Phoenix actually for Scott Horn and sent that to him. And I've done crows. And now I'm working on a big buffalo over the sign of a, what's going on?
Something, not me, because I'm not touching the keyboard, has been started turning my airplane mode on my laptop on and off.
It's the guy behind you. He keeps popping in and out.
Yes. And I'm like,
he's messing with you.
I am doing a frigging podcast here, fella. Can you wait? Like it was literally
boundaries.
Like the airplane mode popped on, and like first of all,
right.
I had an airplane mode.
So, yep, you froze for just a second. So
yeah, I'm like, what is going on? Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Art by Mary Lynn.
So that I'm adding more stuff to it. It'll probably be going up later this week, so you can go check it out. I do have some stuff on there that does show sold, but I can go in and if you like something, I can try to recreate as close as I can to that because it is art, fluid art. You can never get the same. And Brandon, I have a couple that's coming towards you that you didn't know you're going to be getting.
Oh, I do. I do love your art. And you know what? It's actually perfect timing because I just got a brand new podcast desk that is huge. And so now I actually have room on my wall that I can look at. Yes. Thank you. Wow. I don't deserve these nice things. However, I do appreciate them. Your art is amazing because that'll make 7 pieces of your art that I have displayed now. But, it's amazing, guys.
I love sharing my art, and it's this is a new form for me. I just started doing this last year, just doing it for fun. And then I realized whenever I did a painting for Kim, whenever she was in New Orleans, actually, and I realized that what I was pouring had some correlation of where she was at. So I called her and sent it to her, and it was like went really well with what she was doing there. So just the intuitive part of it, connect with people and do those pours for the people, choosing the colors. Just, it's fun for me. I can do it for hours. It's just, I love doing that. And then I also have intuitivetouchworld.com. Oh, were you going to do that?
Well, that, and then I looked at Lisa's comment. What's that light going in and out behind you? I don't know. I've given up at this point. We're just going to roll with
you've got, there's 3 of them back there right now.
Yeah. So we're just going to roll with it.
Yep, just roll with it.
Yeah.
Intuitive Yep. IntuitiveTouchWorld.com is my website. I do, this is where I do my services. I'm a Reiki master, also a spiritual guide. I help people, for individuals, families, and groups. I do chakra balancing. I've created my own line of products. I have room sprays is my biggest one. And then I do bath soap, liquid soaps, hand lotion, body lotion, all kinds of stuff like that is different thing on there. That's pretty much it. And I'm always adding something new.
So definitely go check out Intuitive Touch World. To answer your question, Lisa, it is another computer monitor in the background. I think just saw that. What else do we have to announce? It feels like there's more to. Oh, yes. So next weekend, the 14th, 15th, and 16th, here at the Kansas City Expo Center, Supernatural Inc. will be at the Metacon with such names as John Zephas and several other people that I had pulled up and my phone went crazy. So while I pull this back up to look, I mean, it's going to be fun. You know what? Look it up. KD Stafford will be speaking Saturday solo, and then Sunday the team will be 3/5 of the team, fourths. I don't do fractions. There's 5 people on this team, and there's 3 of us here, so that would be
3/5.
3/5. See, I knew what I was saying. 3/5.
I hate math.
I can't stand it. 3/5 of Supernatural Inc. will be up there, and we will be speaking. Unfortunately, my wife Anna could not make it, and Doug. I keep wanting to say David. Doug is not going to be there, but you know what? We'll be there. We'll have fun. Come meet me, KD, and also meet the Traveling Gnome. Will be there to make an appearance. And those of you who don't know what the Traveling Gnome is, you will when you come out there. So come see us. I think tickets are still on sale. I don't know how the tickets are working because
do you have a link for it?
It's on our Supernatural Inc. Facebook page and stuff and things that I'm not prepared for.
I'll work with you and get all those links.
Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll get that put out there, but that's going to be super fun. And then, just for you, Rex, and then we have September 1st, we have a Supernatural Inc. event at the 1889 McIntyre Villa. And we have several other events that you can check out on our Supernatural Inc. Paranormal pages. So it's going to be super fun. Come join us. And we're adding brand new locations next year that I really want to tell you, but I can't tell you that it's going to be Dodge City. Can't tell you that. Can't tell you that it's going to be Dodge City. Or I can't tell you that Excelsior Springs Oddfellows building. Can't tell you that either. Secret. So, yeah. What else we got, Mary Lynn?
I don't think there's no more announcements that I have. Do you have anything that else you need to talk about? Any of your other shows or what's coming up?
Okay. So next Sunday, on this show, I haven't delved into the realm of witchcraft and Appalachian witchcraft and witchery and whatnot. So I decided that I would. So on the 23rd, which is not this Sunday, but next Sunday, I will have a lady named Byron Ballard. She's the Village Witch of Asheville, North Carolina, I believe is what she is titled. She has written many, many books. She is lead, I guess, of the coven up there. I don't know how that works. Not very, but I'm interested. Let's learn. So she will be on the 16th, though. I'll be at the Metacon, and I'm going to pull some people, hopefully some guests. I'm going to try to get John Zaffis on Sunday. I'm going to go just bug him until he just finally says, fine. That's going to happen. It's going to happen, folks. And then rounding out the month, we will have Kathleen Cyrillos live from Greece, rounding out the month of July. And we got some pretty cool people lined up for August, but we're also looking for September. I don't think we got anybody for September, so let us know who you want.
Also have Cindy Kaza coming on the 26th.
Oh, this is why I need a co-host. My God, how could I forget? The beautiful and talented Cindy Kaza will finally be on the show after I have bugged her for 2 straight years. So we're going to do Shaman Special. It'll be Wednesday the 26th. Thinking we're going to go at 8 p.m. Central. It could be 8, could be 9. Still working on that because I don't know where she'll be filming or whatever. But she will be on the show. It's going to be super fun. She just took over Dead Files. Yep. So I haven't been able to see the episodes yet, but I heard that on her first episode, she told the people that they just need to move out. And that sounds like Cindy. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get out.
Yeah, I haven't seen the episode yet, but I heard a few other people have, and they really liked it, said she was good.
Yeah, so that's going to be an amazing Shaman Special where you can join me and my co-host, Mary Lynn, as we interview one of the hottest TV paranormal mediums out right now because of the new show. Yep. So that's going to be fun.
Excited. So, and I'll have some banners and stuff up. We'll start posting on your page to be able to get what your lineup's going to be. So we'll be able to see what's going on, and you can check it out to see where we're at. And we do have some people coming up next week. Next month. I have some names lined up. I just got to get them put in, and we've already got August booked up.
Yes. So it's going to be kind of fun. Listen, y'all hang in there with us as we do this transition period, as we get to know each other as we're doing the co-hosting thing. I think it's going to be wonderful. I think we have great charisma.
Yes.
Let us know in the comments what you think. But I've been doing this thing solo for so long, and I'm a little pig-headed and obstinate. So it's gonna be fun.
And I can just roll with the flow, just whatever happens.
Yeah, so it's gonna be super fun. I mean, technically, we have like 30 minutes left of the show. If we just want to, if anybody has any questions or any input or guests that you would like to see, or genres that you really want me to start covering that I don't cover. Somebody the other day had told me that a while back, a couple months ago, said that they wanted more cryptid. Well, I brought more cryptid. It's that easy. Just let me know, and I'll make it happen. Yeah, and Kim, that song was in my head as well.
Yep.
Brandy Marie. Hey, Brandy, how are you?
Hey, Brandy.
I'm looking for Brandy. We're looking forward to hanging out at Deadwood, South Dakota with you. It's gonna be so much fun. And I need to get Brandy on the show, but she's so stinking busy that but we'll get it either this year or next year, right, Brandy?
We'll get her on here.
Of course. Brandy is such a sweet lady. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. Did you turn that off? Okay, thank God. So sorry, Lexi just turned the fan off. I was like, please God, be her turning that fan off. That's no fair having Mary Lynn as cut. You know what? Ha, Greg. Yeah, but you've got several people that are just amazing that I couldn't get. Actually, I didn't try. This is how the paranormal works. This just happened. ladies and gentlemen. It's just the opportunity presented itself, and here we are.
Yep.
And some great shows coming up, and like with Mary Lynn booking people that she knows, it's gonna be a much more diverse realm of people and knowledge. So I think the show is gonna go up from here. And who knows? Maybe we'll be the #2 show on Paraflix.
Oh, there you go.
Can't be #1 because
Right.
that's David.
That's already taken.
That's taken, and you can't dethrone. You can't dethrone the king and queen. However, we can be a prince and a princess,
There you go.
or a duke.
So Becky says I'm keeping you in line.
I mean, you're trying to keep me in line, Becky.
It's like herding cats.
I mean, yeah, in a room full of rocking chairs.
Yep.
Okay, can't nobody keep Becky though, because she done got a new hairstyle on me, and she's out there doing the thing. Look, rocking her new hairstyle. I saw you. I see, girl. I see.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yep. And I did just snap in a Z formation. For those of you that are old enough to remember that show. Yep. So, I guess without further ado, I guess we'll cut it. I have been trying to do replays at midnight of the shows that air on the network. I've had somebody has pointed out to me that the little live thing still stays up there, and I don't know how to get rid of that. So some people think that it's a live broadcast. So what I'm going to do is in the description, I'm going to put in parentheses replay on every place that we're going to stream live or stream it. So that way you will know that it's a replay. So especially, and also another way to know is it's going to be on midnight, and we try to do all of our shows in the primetime hour. So red, white, and blue would be a good look for your beard, Brandon. You know what? I got the white. Now I just need some red and blue. You know what? You know what, Jamie Lynn? I might just do that for you on Veterans Day. I'll tell you what, I'll do that for you on Veterans Day. And also next show, either next show or the show after, will start taking donations. If you enjoy the content that you see, definitely will be taking donations for the show, because some of my old computer equipment is starting to crap out, and I kind of need it helps. And then it would help, it'll help us get better content, better quality. I'm going to start focusing on our YouTube, doing some shorts, and once I hit 100 subscribers, I'm at 82 now. 100 subscribers, I'm going to start doing some special lives. We can start doing some special lives. So there's a bunch to look forward to. There may be a brand new intro coming up that I don't know, that we may be working on, out with the old, in with the new.
And I'll be working on getting you a commercial, getting a little 5-minute break commercial that runs anything. So for advertisements, we can get people for that sponsorships.
Yeah. So if you would like to sponsor Shaman Sundays or any show that's on, like All Out Paranormal, if you want to sponsor them, or if you just want to go network wide and be played, please let us know. My email address is shamansundays@gmail.com. That is for the show. So if you want to, if you need to do any, or want to do any sponsorships, please let us know. Sponsorships are reasonably priced, because I haven't made a price, so anything's reasonable, because it's how we roll. Carol I saw where she did her thing where she helps me in the show, but now I had it starred. There it is. I found it. So I have a catchphrase that I say when it's time for the show to be over. Do you have one?
I started to make one, but I don't know that it's ready yet. So I'll wait till next time.
Till next time, America.
Yep.
So, as Carol Garcia always says, it's so glad to have you back watching. I hope if there's anything you need, reach out. I'm glad you seem to be feeling better. Remember to smile, because why not? It's fun to smile. I like smiling. See? I need some fangs now that we talked to Christy. I got to get me some fangs.
Get some fangs. Yep.
I'm going to get some fangs. I'm going to go to a vampire ball with red, white, and blue beard. Also, as I look at the comments one more again, just to see, remember, it's not about surviving the storm, but it's how you dance in the rain. And I know I didn't light any sage. I know, but I will tonight. So I love each and every one of you, the tribe. Ooh, hey, there's a new one. Love one another. That's right, Carol. So please reach out if you need anything. And I am working on a class right now that we will do. And now that Mary Lynn is my co-host, I'm going to incorporate her, and we're going to do a class together. It's only going to be $20 per class because that just helps with overhead. So good night, and pray for me while I sleep down here with these things knocking on the friggin' wall while I'm trying to sleep. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, guys. Well, we love you. Yeah, it's gonna be one of them things. So now I'm gonna play this thing where this dude yells at you, and then we'll see you next Sunday, Sunday, whenever.
Yep, next Sunday. Yes. Good night, y'all.
Good night, guys.